Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis negotiations is stalled, and my question for you is, are you surprised? Are you really? You can't be. This is a normal protocol with PBC. You should be used to this by now. You really should. Because you've seen this story before. Wilder, Joshua, Crawford, Spence. You've seen this story before. You know what it is. You know exactly what it is. And I can't say too much on Golden Boy's end because there's some questionable stuff right there. Man, it ain't no telling what boxing is. Too much theatrics. It's too much theatrics at the end of the day. But the question I got to ask you is, are you really surprised? Now, when you look at the Crawford situation, the Errol Spence situation, how could you really open your mouth to say anything when this promotional company has a track record of fumbling fight after fight after fight? Hey, look, and they just not fumbling the old rinky-dink jank fights. They are fumbling the biggest fights in boxing. You can't deny that. I can't deny that. They're fumbling the biggest fights in boxing. How is that possible? How do the fights that have the most potential of making the most revenue are the hardest ones to make with PBC? How can you not make a fight that's going to do well? This stuff doesn't make no sense. Crawford, Spence is going to do well. Deontay Wilder, Joshua, that was definitely going to do well. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, that's going to do well. So this is the thing. I understand not being able to make maybe these side boxing matches, but when it comes to some of the biggest fights that you can make inside of boxing, why PBC can't get it done? They can't get it done. So let me tell you this right now. When it comes to these lightweights and, you know, fighters in these light divisions, the Corey Stevensons, the Devin Haney's, the Ryan Garcias, the Tank Davis, look, let's be real. These guys ain't fighting each other. They ain't gonna fight each other this year. They ain't gonna fight each other next year. Let's be honest. And only time gonna tell if I'm wrong. But these guys are not gonna fight. They're gonna do everything else first. The last people they're gonna fight is each other. You ain't figured that out yet? That's not in the plan. That's not what the promoters want. That's not what the boxers want. Nothing. You hear rumors and other boxers telling on other boxers how boxers that came up to them and say, hey, man, I ain't doing nothing but getting these easy fights. Whoever they put in front of me, blase split. Come on, man. These guys don't want to fight each other. I think the only one who can actually move with a purpose and who I actually think will take a step in that direction, well, is somebody who has already proven it by action. I think Devin Haney really the only one who could really move and is willing to do the things that everybody else is proclaiming to do. I just have to say that at this point because the proof is in the pudding and the man has done it. But as far as these young guys mixing up together and thinking we're going to see these guys clash with each other this year, it's not happening. It's not happening. So you can get that out your head. It's not happening. Now, as far as Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, what's the point? You either get it done or you can't get it done. The last time I checked, this was a time-sensitive matter. According to Golden Boy, this was a time-sensitive matter. They get the contract. They sit on that contract for I don't know how long. For I don't know how long. You know what? To be honest, they haven't even drafted up a contract yet. Obviously, they're still in the agreement stages. If they can't figure out, rematch clause and stuff. And this is the thing. How come these fighters don't want to do nothing no more with a guarantee? What happened to the risk? What happened to taking the risk? You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys don't even want to take risks no more. They need to be 100% secure before they do A, B, and C. Take a damn risk. But anyways, last time we checked, this was a time-sensitive issue. Like I said, they got that contract or that re-advised agreement. They didn't set on that for so long. Then they tell you they signed it. You know what I'm saying? Then they didn't sign it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't trust boxing. You don't know what's going on. But one thing's for sure, in boxing, they are bullshitting us. Forget just pointing to this person. Forget just pointing. It's all of them. It's all of them. They are bullshitting us from top to bottom. They probably have no intentions on making no Ryan. That's probably just theatrics just for us. This is what I'm talking about with boxing. Because me personally, the fact that Ryan Garcia would want to fight Tank Davis now lets me know that Ryan Garcia is trying to cash out. That's how I'm going to perceive it to be. You want to know why? Because Ryan Garcia ain't did shit. They're busting their nut prematurely with this fight, if you ask me. Because as far as Tank, you ain't got to worry about his popularity. His stuff is up to par. Imagine how big the fight would be if Ryan Garcia actually went out here and did something that's of some kind of note. That would make the fight with him and Tank even more bigger. So the fact that he want to beeline it straight to the Tank right now, it lets me know that they're faking it and they're not serious, or this is Ryan Garcia's cash out time. Because Ryan Garcia needs to build up his fucking name some more and do something in boxing that's going to get people talking. Therefore, a fight between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis would be much more bigger. It would be bigger if Ryan would just go out here and do something of note. Ryan, we still riding off what, a Luke Campbell win? Ryan actually needs to go do something that's going to help build him up, which will make the Tank fight even bigger. So the fact that they want to try to do it right now while everything's deflated on Ryan's side lets me know they're either bullshitting or Ryan Garcia is finna cash out. That's the only thing you can think of. Because why not build this guy up some more? Or maybe they think he's not good enough to be built up anymore. They try to build him up. He's going to take a loss and then they're going to be out of the Tank fight. So let's go ahead and beeline it to Tank right now before you take a loss, Ryan Garcia, because it's on its way. This is how I look at it. And make all the sense in the world. So that's one thing about the fight that don't make sense to me. I'm like, you know what? And this is talking from a fan. Even I'm saying, you know, it's a little bit premature. Ryan need to go do something more, you know, to build up his, you know, skip all that. Oh, he got followers. He got 15-year-old girls. We talk about boxing fan. He needs to build up his name more to match Tank so they can really have a mega fight, because it's nowhere big as it could be right now versus if they actually had Ryan go out there and put some damn work in, you know. So, but when it comes to these young guys, Shakur Stevens and all that, man, these guys ain't gonna mix it up with each other. Why? Because the boxers above them, that's older than them, they not even doing it. And just like Clarissa Shields said, these guys ain't fighting each other. They not. So if the guys before me ain't fighting each other and they doing this, that, and the third, why in the hell am I going to do it? And this was wrong with the sport, man. This was what's wrong with the sport. And that's exactly why Clarissa Shields said what she said. Exactly why. Anyways, that's my thoughts on this. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.